Alright, so I'm back at it in here for another video, and today I decided to talk about NXT. And before I get into that, there's something that I really want to get off my chest and let out there and everything. And especially about, what's been going on, and especially about, being the whole misleading on certain things. And, with that, I'm not the greatest, of course. I'm not trying to be great or anything like that. Of course, everybody has their flaws and everything. Especially too with the last video, which really annoyed me, and pretty much everybody was talking about it at the same time with the Elimination Chamber review and everything. And to say that I actually spoil it for somebody, and I'm not gonna name any names or anything like that because I'm not really into drama or anything, but I just had a vent on it, and I hate to go on the little heel turn or anything since I don't really do that, but I just got really annoyed and pissed off about it. And since I did a review pretty much the same time everybody did theirs right after the show, and it's not really spoiling it for anybody, just people like that really annoy me, and I just got no time for any of that. And I know I'm not perfect, but nobody really is. And I know how having to have your own opinion, it's neither wrong or right or whatever. So with stupid shit like that really gets on my nerves, but I just had to let it all out and just explain myself there. So, you know, with the whole misleading thing, it does happen sometimes. So I don't mean it, and I move on, and there you have it with that. So I just had to let it out and just explain myself on that. So anyway, I am here to talk about NXT Arrival. And I gotta say, it really was a great show. And if you aren't watching NXT, you should. And I'm actually pretty happy that a lot of people have been talking about it. I've seen a whole bunch of reviews on it. I've seen like a few of them already. So I decided to come in here and actually give my own thoughts and opinions on NXT Arrival. And with that, I was able to actually watch it, which was damn awesome. So that made me feel good about it, and I'm glad I didn't miss it. So I didn't get to watch the pre-show, but however, I was able to watch the rest of the show. I was able to get to watch everything from there. And with the first match that we did have was really awesome, great stuff, and it was a rematch basically with Cesaro and so Sami Zayn. Those two just really tore the house down, and it was really fun, a really great roller coaster ride. And in the end, we did have Cesaro winning. I almost thought Sami Zayn was actually going to get the win. Of course, that didn't happen, but he still looked strong. Both guys did, and we saw it all practically. I'm not going to really name everything because it's more worth watching, I think. So definitely one of the matches of the year, and I think it's safe to say that too, since it was the match of the year last year. And those two, anytime they are in the ring with one another, they always pull out all the stops and do really well. So maybe in time, once Sami Zayn does get into the main roster, we will get to see more of them and in an actual pay-per-view feud and everything, and that would be really cool to see for a big pay-per-view. So with that being said, we did have the showing of respect, which we rarely get to see. I like that, and that's really cool. So when people go like that, and it's very rare, like I said, that we do get to see a showing of respect, and that's really damn awesome. So Sami Zayn is definitely one of my favorite guys on NXT to watch, and I've said that for the longest time now, especially too on Twitter and everything. So there you have it with that. So I did enjoy that match, and that's it with that. Then with the next match, even with the filler match, it wasn't half bad either. And then we had Mojo Rawley in this match and everything, and I thought that was actually not too bad with him, and as well CJ Parker too. CJ Parker I don't really care for. He's kind of like a hippie type of guy. So even with that, it's alright sometimes. I'm not the biggest fan, but hey, it is what it is with that. But Mojo Rawley was able to get his win, so that was really cool. I like to see what else he has to offer, and he hasn't been around for far too long, but I'm sure we'll see a lot more great shit coming from him. So there you have it with that. And then we had the NXT Tag Team Championships, which were on the line between the Ascension and as well, that's right, Too Cool, which was damn awesome. I was not expecting that at all, so that was a nice moment there to see Too Cool in action and try and get the NXT Tag Team titles. They didn't really get that, of course, but it was an enjoyable match, and the Ascension were able to keep their titles, and it's really going to be interesting to see when they're going to lose the titles. They've been having it for the longest time, so maybe in time we'll get some more tag teams for NXT and everything, and I hope they get the call to the main roster, and I think they're ready, so why not have them do that, and hope WWE makes that happen. So we'll see what's going to be happening in the future for the Ascension. So they've really came a long way, and I'm really happy about that. So there you have it with that one. And as well, we had the NXT Women's Championship, which was also on the line between Emma and Paige. That has been going on for quite a while or two with those two. And now we had that pretty much blow-off match and everything. And those two put on something really great, and I enjoyed it. And one of the best women's wrestling matches that we have seen in a while. I do agree with that. And it was really cool to see Paige retain her title. I was going for her, even though I like both women. But hey, they still made it fun, so that was cool. It told a good story and everything, and that ending with Paige was really sick as hell, so I really enjoyed that submission. I don't know what it's really called. I don't even think it has a name yet, so that's really cool there. Hopefully, again, Paige will be able to be on Raw or SmackDown, hopefully, and she definitely does deserve that, and she's been doing really well with keeping her women's championship, so that's really cool. So interested to see who's going to be next to actually face her for the women's title, and we'll see what happens from there. And as well, we we're supposed to have a matchup between Tyler Breeze and his opponent too as well. With that being said, that didn't actually get to happen as well. We did have interference with Alexander Rusev, and that didn't really get to happen with the match, like I said. So with that, it was just basically Alexander Rusev just wrecking shop pretty much, and calling it a day there. And pretty soon we'll get to see Alexander Rusev. Last I heard, he's supposed to make his official debut on the main roster the night after WrestleMania. I could be wrong on that. Of course, plans could change. So that was the last I heard on WrestleZone anyway. So with the matchup with Tyler Breeze in his match, nothing really special happened there, but it was just a beatdown by Alexander Rusev, and that was it with that. And then, of course, the main event, the last match with the ladder match, the first ever ladder match, and we had Shawn Michaels, the ladder match guy that actually was in the first ladder match, which is really cool. The master and one of the masters of the ladders to be there and to present who was going to be in the main event and everything. So with Adrian Neville and as well Bo Dallas, it was a good match. It wasn't exactly the greatest ladder match, but those two did their best, and I did enjoy the crazy spots that they did and everything with sort of the red arrow by Adrian Neville too. So I've been pulling for him throughout most of the match, and I'm happy that he is a new NXT World Heavyweight Champion. I couldn't be any more happier with that. And I'm really curious to see what he's going to be doing for the NXT World Heavyweight title. I don't think he's going to be going in another feud with Corey Graves, and not this time for the NXT World title. That remains to be seen. I'm sure those two still have some unfinished business. I don't know if Bo Dallas is going to want his rematch. I'm sure of that, so I would expect that too. But, you know, it seems like that feud is pretty much done with Adrian Neville and as well Bo Dallas. So there you have it with that. So really cool that Adrian Neville is the new NXT World Heavyweight Champion. And there you have it with that. So overall, I really enjoyed it, and I will try my best to maybe actually review more NXT. I think it's something to really look out for, and it feels like almost like an indie show, pretty much, but it's really the developmental for WWE, and it's really awesome. Really love the setup and everything. It felt important, and it definitely, I think, delivered, so I was impressed by it. And with that being said, let me know what your guys' thoughts are as well overall on NXT Arrival, what you liked, and what were your favorite stuff going on for the pay-per-view. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video, whenever the hell that may be. Peace.